Hey guys, and welcome back to Devil Dagger. As you can see, we have a few guests knocking on our door asking to gain entry to our kingdom. But I think it would be a better idea to go ahead and greet them with our militia, the Blue Slaughterers and the Blazed Bakers. So we'll go ahead and unpause the game. And it looks like somebody else has joined the party, but it's still just 3 goblins, which is nice. Oh, and the goblin immediately died. The second and the third is now dead. They couldn't even get through the wooden door. Well, that's really nice. Terrible way to answer the door for somebody who's knocking, but hey, they are greenskins after all. Alright, and as you can see, I did a little bit of mining in between episodes just to bring up our stocks of stone, because we are pretty low. We only have 63 right now, but we do have all of the marble blocks that we wanted. Everything is set up in the masonry room. The only thing we have left to do are the walls, which seems to be a unique theme for our fort. I would really like to wait until we have proper weapons for our gnomes to use, just because things can get really rough if you start elevating your worth. I went ahead and cleared some of the trees over near our pastures just to give us some more wood for our rail fence surrounding the yak pasture. I'm going to go ahead and set those up for yaks as well. We only want to keep 1 male, because 1 male will actually impregnate all the other females in the pasture. So we'll go ahead and do we want to move them right now? You know what? No, we're gonna go ahead and just wait for right now. We'll suspend it for now. Just wait for them to actually get done building the fence, and then we can build another trough, bring that over, that way our yaks have somewhere to eat. And it'll be glorious. Well, somebody's falling asleep on the floor. Who is that? Girums? Looks like somebody else. The tailor. Mingle Fifna. Well, that's unfortunate. Man, you fell asleep right in the doorway. Right next to the well, too. You couldn't fall asleep on the other side of the well, where nobody has to go in. I tell ya, good hope is hard to find. And somebody fell asleep right on top of the stockpile of pine logs. Good grief. Well, maybe they're trying to tell us that we need some more beds. So, we'll go ahead and add 2 more beds. That way more people can actually sleep. Goodness. And on that note, bedrooms might be a good idea. I'm not exactly sure where I want them. I could have them on the same level because we have quite a bit of area to move and kind of build into. We could also go down a level, but that's on the same level as the crypt, and that's a little odd to be sleeping on the same level as a crypt. Going up's also an option. We could have all the bedrooms up here. We could actually remove this and make this a nice little sanctuary for them to relax if we ever build out over that way, which might not be a bad idea now that I think about it. Alright, so what we need then is a way to get up there. So I think we will mine this wall here. One of our miners would be so kind. Miners? Anyone? Miners? Where are our miners? Oh, they're building. Doing what I don't need them to do. There's plenty of other people that can do that, guys. Alright. Fence is coming along quite nicely. Alright. Would be nice to get some some new arrivals. Just putting it out there, game. Oh, humble RN Jesus, if you do decide to bless me with some more migrants. Oh, alright, so our mine is already cleared out. We have done that. So let's go ahead and build some stairs. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Build terrain, stairs up. We'll do it out of marble blocks. And hopefully this works the way that I want it to. Although sometimes when you're building stairs up, things don't go quite as planned. Alright, it did work. Awesome. And we'll go ahead and we'll take it out, I guess, to here. And there's the autosave for the new season. So if we are going to get some new arrivals, it should be right now. Take it out to about there. That way we can also have a hallway right here. Get it going. And I'm a big fan of efficiency when it comes to bedrooms. Although you could create an elaborate design with your bedrooms, I have played Dwarf Fortress, and the way that you pretty much maximize the amount of space. Oh no, we got 0 nomads. That's very unfortunate. I would really like to have some more nomads. Well, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. Dang it. That would have been really nice. Back to what I was saying about the bedrooms. I would like to give my gnomes at least 4x4, if not 5x5 bedrooms. Right now we have 16 gnomes, so I think it would be better if we could go with single tile rooms. Just basically be a 1x3, have a bed and a door, and that's about it. But I don't know, that seems more like a prisoner than it does actual citizens. So and our ambassador actually has a 3x3 right now. So, but the ambassador's not really a citizen we particularly care about. The only reason we keep him around is because he brings us trades. Let's see. If we want the hallway to come down like this... Oh, no, we gotta pause the game. It's trying to actually complete the job before we actually know what we want. We're gonna go with 4x4, that way we can... Oh, man. But then that leaves the whole even versus odd thing, and everything won't be even. Oh, it's so annoying. But we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll do it on both sides. That'll mean 4x4 there, 4x4 there, 4x4 here, 4x4 here. And oh, that didn't work out. Well, that's unfortunate. Not really sure how that happened. Well, I guess this will have to come down here. We'll go ahead and cancel that job. Mine out a 4x4. 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 Get all the bedrooms set up. This will be almost like an apartment complex in essence. Nothing too fancy because unfortunately we can't afford to have anything too fancy. In fact, I don't think I'm actually going to put anything more than a bed in here. It'll probably just be dirt walls for right now. But that'll be 12 bedrooms. And I could do another 4. And we have, what, 15 gnomes? Because unfortunately somebody decided he wanted to wrestle a bear. Oh no, there is actually some stone up here, which is kind of nice. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and set up these 16 bedrooms. And if somebody does decide to join the fort, well, we have extra room for one person, so please come by. It would be rather nice. Alright, so all those are being dug out. Very nice, very nice. And everybody is moving the stuff around, hopefully picking up the dirt. That way we don't have to deal with any dirt golems. And I'm going to need some beds, but unfortunately, our straw stockpile seems to be lacking a little bit. How much straw do we have? We have 78 straw, and I believe each bed, well, each mattress rather, requires 2, which means we would have to have 32 straw used up. Oh! We had a yak! Awesome! And I'm assuming it's a female since it hasn't been slaughtered, because we only keep one male around. The males are used specifically for their meat until we actually get enough yaks. Oh, and this is set up too. All the trees have been cut down. Awesome. I was looking to see if we actually had a merchant. Everything seemed to be happening while I wasn't looking. This is what happens when you start trying to plan things. Alright, well, I guess we need to move all of the yaks over here. So when you're moving the yaks, unfortunately the butcher tends to get a little overzealous. He doesn't quite understand that you're moving your yaks rather than trying to slate them for butchering, basically. So we'll do that. We'll remove this designation, and then we will build the trough over there. I think we'll actually build 2, just because 12 yaks seems like a lot to have to be feeding. Put those right there. Might be moving them eventually, but for right now, that'll be a perfect spot for them. I don't think we really need any lighting. It seems kind of pointless to me. I feel like it would frighten the yaks more than anything else. But what we do need is a wall, because like I said, we're going to be getting a bit creative since the game doesn't actually include any gates. But apparently my dog's going crazy, so I'll be back in just a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently my dog wanted to bark at the neighbor who was pulling into his driveway. But back to work at hand. We want to continue to create our... Oh, I have to wait for the walls to be built. That's right. I was wondering why I couldn't place that door. Very odd. Alright, now I should be able to place the door. There we go. Alright, so our gnomes are busy trying to move the straw into the troughs for our yaks. I think 64 will be good enough to get us through the winter time. 12 days is a pretty long period of time, but I think the yaks only eat 1 straw per day, so that should be more than enough straw for them. Apart from that, how much straw do we have left over after it is all said and done? I wish there was a way. Let's see, we got 1 gnome there. We have 96 total straw, it looks like. I think we should be good enough to make these mattresses. Unfortunately, they're going to be pretty shoddy in terms of quality, but it will have to do for now. And rather than spamming mattresses over and over, I'm just going to tell them to queue up 16 of them, and that way it will create them after it has created the bandages, because that's much more important. So our tailor will get to work on that, and once we have all of the mattresses stored up, I will I'll actually tell the carpenter to go ahead and make the bed frames for it. Oh, it looks like our carpenter created the crates that I asked him for so long ago. Alright, so we'll go ahead and build those. An orange wood crate. That needs to go over here. And we also need to put the apple wood crate. Alright, and let's see, is there anything else here that I need to know about? Oh, just torches. That's perfectly fine. So, for now, I think we're gonna just stick to regular beds. We don't need really fancy things. I think we'll make it out of birch just to make it look a little bit nicer, but we're just gonna stick to regular bed frames. We'll create 4 poster beds when we're actually caring about the quality. So go ahead and queue up 16 of those. Hopefully there'll be enough room for all of them. Already got 2 of the mattresses done, which is nice. But we're not going to actually mess with creating the beds until we have everything that we need, because then you'll just interrupt the production and it'll create a massive problem for our gnomes, because they try and do things the way that you tell them to, but unfortunately it doesn't always work out that way. What I am going to do, however, is set these up as personal quarters. So get that set up. I don't care who claims it. It's not going to be worth very much for right now, but it will at least give our gnomes someplace to sleep away from everyone else, which in my opinion is worth far more than any trinkets that you can place inside the bedroom. Privacy is one of the things that I hold most dear in my heart, because being able to escape from those around you is, I don't know, you can pretty much create your own little world if you're by yourself. Not to say I don't like people, because I enjoy a concert as much as the next person, but you need to have a space where you can just get away from everyone else. Alright, so all those are finally created, or designated rather. And it looks like he's already gotten to work on the birch bed frames. He's really going to town on that. Holy crap. Alrighty. And our gate is finally made, at least our makeshift gate. Because unfortunately the game doesn't have an actual gate. Another reason you really want female yaks is because they generate milk, whereas the male yaks do not, if I'm not mistaken. And if they do generate milk, I don't want the milk that's coming out of their organs. I feel like yak milk would be much more preferable to, or female yak milk would be much more preferable to male yak milk. It would just leave way too many questions to be answered. Let's go ahead and beautify this place up a little bit while everybody's moving some stuff around. Go ahead and make that engraved, since nobody is likely to be walking there. I don't think. I think actually I'll change the corners to chiseled stone floor. I enjoy that a little bit more. Looks nicer in my opinion. Well, the kingdom's coming together quite nicely. I mean, the blacksmith's area is still a little bit shoddy, but the masonry workshop and the carpenter's workshop is looking pretty nice. Our community dormitory is still just dirt and straw, basically. It's a little more than a barn at this point, but at least it gives them someplace dry, away from the elements, to sleep. They can have a bit of community in there, but your private quarters are coming, I assure you. Alright, how many mattresses do we have? We have 7 mattresses right now. So it's just a matter of waiting for our tailor to actually make everything, and I'm not actually sure if we have enough fiber. Well, we have 100, so that should be more than enough. Wow, those 2 gnomes are really going at it. Let's check on Phil Bingham and Chase Watson. How you doing, Chase? What's your skills looking like? Well, your fighting's at 46, which is pretty decent. Your dodge is at 25, which is pretty decent as well. I would actually prefer these numbers to be switched. I'd rather have a higher dodge chance rather than fighting chance. What about Phil Bingham? What are your skills at? Roughly about the same, 47, 27. That's not bad. Once we start setting up our military, I will have them train in the way of the gnome to raise their dodge chance, probably up until at least 40. I'd like to get it up to 50 before I actually assign them a specific task in the military, but that's for later down the road. And I'd really like to know why this orange wood barrel is here. Like, that is really driving me nuts. And we have a merchant. Awesome. But I think I'm going to save that trade deal until the next episode. So from all of us here in Devil Dagger, hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you in the next. Y'all have a great one.